Hey, how's it going, Scorpio? It's Robin here with AriesFireTarot. Welcome to the channel. So guys, I'm gonna do my bonus read for the month, and I've chosen this reading called the Mother Wound. So the reason I did this is because I really understand that people carry a lot of pain that doesn't belong to them. Things could have happened in your childhood that hurt you, and you might carry it with you, and it could get in the way of your ability to manifest your highest potential. So I really wanted to give you guys this opportunity to do some healing, through your maternal bloodline. So I hope you enjoy the reading to some degree, and I hope it is a healing and beneficial reading. Definitely let me know what you think down below in the comments, guys. So I will be using the Good Tarot to do this reading, and I just need a sip of tea here before I go on, guys. Okay, so let me shuffle a couple more times, and the first card we're going to look at is, it's going to be a message from your maternal grandmother. And keep in mind, this is like whatever your situation was with your family. Some people didn't grow up with their birth parents, your parents or grandparents could be deceased. I'm looking at the energy surrounding your maternal bloodline and how it could have affected you and where healing can be found. So, oh boy, catastrophe. So I just dumped a whole bunch of cards here. So I'm going to keep that one. I feel like I dropped another one. Hold on. All right, so we're good. So the card that fell out face up, this is the message from your maternal grandmother. So we're seeing the Chariot card here. So there could be a grand sweeping change coming in for you guys. There's a real sort of balance and expectation, and like she really just wants you to basically keep your cool and be calm through this next phase of your life that's coming in, because I think it's going to be a little bit unexpected. Could be something, and I'm getting the word devastating for you. It could be a life-changing, sort of epic, I'm actually seeing a loss for some of you guys. Some of you guys could have like an ill companion animal right now. It's going to be your job to keep your family calm at this time, whatever happens. There's something coming in here. There is a big change coming in. For some of you, it could be good. For some of you, I'm seeing sort of the dark energy is going to be involved here a little bit. Your maternal grandmother is really just offering her support at this time. So let's see, what lesson do I have to learn because of my mother? You got the Two of Fire here. So for some of you, maybe your mother wasn't the most motivated person in the world, and maybe she was a real go-getter. So the intrinsic lesson, regardless of sort of the ambition of your mother, is to always keep going and follow your dreams. You've got sort of a pilot light in front of the giraffe, and it's acting as the torch that you follow. So you do have something that is burning through your heart that you want to do, and this is to keep going. And like I said before, sometimes maybe your mother had zero ambition, or maybe she had a ton of ambition. So this is something that you can use to your advantage no matter what the example was, you guys. So this is a lesson for you that there's still more for you to accomplish. And I think for some of you, whatever is going to happen here with the Chariot card might throw it off balance a little bit, but just your job is to keep going. Never give up, you guys. Let's see a message from higher angels. So we have the Justice card. So many of you could be coming into something that is well deserved, and they could come after And I'm seeing like something that is really gonna like shake you. There could be something going on in your, like your employment. There is something is going to come in and it's going to give you a good rattle. Like it could be something really, I got the word devastating for some of you. It's definitely going to be life changing. Could be around, like I said, employment. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing a lot what to do with employment, or for some reason inexplicably a companion animal. But the angels just want you to know that everything is going to happen as it should, you know. And it's actually putting you in place for the next thing in your life. And if it is to do with a companion animal passing to the other side, it's because it's their time to go. You know, there's something going on where it's just their time. It's their time. So that's what the angels want you to know. There's something about to be served, and it's for the highest purpose. One sec. So I'm going to keep on pulling cards here. So the best quality inherited from your mother is the Star card. And that's a beautiful quality, you guys, to always remain hopeful and sparkling and just be expectant of something like a miracle to come in for you, because that's basically the invitation for the universe to provide you with miracles. And to always just be like looking on the positive thing of life and positive side of life. And again, you know, maybe this wasn't always evident in your mother, but when it shone through, it was probably like something really magnificent to behold, you know? So you got that really sort of high sparkle, that high level of expectation and joy. So this is a beautiful quality to have inherited. So the next card is going to look at the worst quality you inherited from your mother. And this is the Three of Earth. So that's not a bad thing, but it's saying like this is being able to grab your own magic. And you know, it's sort of the opposite of the Star card, where this is like expecting magic, this is creating magic. So, you know, maybe you don't know how to create your own magic, and maybe you do, and maybe you inherited that from your mother, and maybe you didn't. I'm seeing there's a real dichotomy going back and forth, that sometimes maybe your mother was your best friend and sometimes she was your worst enemy. But through all of that, I think for some reason you always held her in this highest regard. And maybe she just wasn't a very ambitious person. Maybe she didn't have career goals, or I don't know. There's something going on here that I think that for some of you, you think that she could have done more with her life. And for some reason that's impacting your life, though I'm not sure why. You know, like whatever your mother did with her life, I mean, that was her choice. So I think I'm seeing an opportunity here for you to separate that out. You know, your mother was here to follow her own path. But if you want to create your own magic, create your own alchemy with the Three of Earth, then you should do that regardless of what is perceived that your mother did with her own gifts and talents. And maybe she did have something to create, but she chose not to in this lifetime. She'll do it next time, you know what I mean? But you can still do it, you know? You can still go out there and do something. And I really think that once this happens, you might change your mind about how you want to live your life. So what did my mother hope for me with the next card, you guys? She really wanted you to be successful. You know, with the Six of Fire. The Six of Fire talks about being supported by friends and family, the universe, everybody just really being your bigged cheerleader and supporting you on your journey. And she wanted you to have this ultimate success, which could seem like a bit of a, like, why, you know, if she didn't follow her dream. There's a reason for that. And like I said before, she followed her own journey and she made her own decisions based on what she wanted for her life. So it's time to separate that out, you know, and really just, she wanted the best for you. She wanted the ultimate high success with the Six of Fire. And this could, like, the next card could really tie into this worst quality, because this is, what did my mother have to sacrifice for me? You know, we've got the King of Water here, and maybe she could have been more successful, and maybe she could have been a bit more creative with her choices, and maybe you look at her as like settling in some sort of area in her life, if it had to do with who she married, or you know, what kind of career path she chose, or whatever it is that you think that she could have been better at. She sacrificed that basically for her family, right? Which is what a lot of women do. They sort of subdue their own path to have a family, you know, and some women are capable of doing it all and some are not. So they have to really dial down everything else that they do in order to focus on their family. And maybe they're doing it all really badly, but, you know, there was a big sacrifice of creativity here with the King of Water, and it was an emotional challenge for her. You know, it's like she had to release something back into the wild in order to take care of her family the best way that she knew how. And I feel like she lost a really big chunk of herself here to do this. So let's see, what lesson did my mother learn because of me? This is really cool. She learned this really deep happiness here. You've got this smiling Buddha. The Ten of Water is just this really high happiness, you know, and I'm not talking about you know what I mean? It's just a really pure joy. So she might have given up a little bit, you know, she might not have the highest aspirations for some of you. She might not have achieved whatever, the best marriage, the best career, whatever it is, you know. But like I said before, everybody's here to live their own journey, but there was something about you that brought this sort of incandescent joy into her life that maybe she wouldn't have been able to achieve through any other aspect. So this is something really beautiful, you guys. Like you brought something, you filled her heart up in a way that nobody else would have been able to. And this is regardless if you grew up with your mother, like how much she outwardly showed affection to you. You know what I mean? So she really, there was some sort of flower that bloomed within her as a result of you coming into the world. So I think you guys have kind of an interesting reading here. And I do see, like I said before with the Chariot card, it's almost kind of like, I feel like the Chariot was a bit of a tower. So I'm actually going to pull another card over top of that because I don't want to scare you guys, but sometimes I can see there's some sort of event coming in. So I want to pull another card over top of the Chariot. Let's see what's going on here a little bit more. So we have the Seven of Earth. So, I mean, this is saying that you're going to be able to plant a seed as a result of the Chariot. There is something new coming in. I think for some of you, you could even be getting an inheritance. It's going to be able to put you in a position where you start the next chapter of your life. So you do have something really interesting going on here, but this is a general reading, so I can't see for all of you, but something could be quite painful to start off with, but it's going to end up being a real blessing. So, and just know that whatever happens here, it's destined to happen, and it's going to set you up for the next chapter of your life. And for some of you, yeah, it might hurt a little bit, but you know, so I'm going to leave it there, you guys, and I'm just going to send you love and light and many blessings and all of that good stuff. Take care. Bye.